Hi, third grade. Welcome back to our math lesson. Yesterday, we talked about the different types of angles and the three different types of angles. The right angle, that's 90 degrees. The acute angle, that is less than 90 degrees. And the obtuse angle, that is larger than 90 degrees. Today, we're going to talk about polygons. So let me get our presentation up and we can get started with that. So a polygon is a shape that has straight sides and angles. And here's some different types of polygons. So I have a song, just like yesterday, about the different types of polygons. Now this song will go into all of these types of polygons, but we're not going to talk about all of them. We're just going to talk about a few of them. But it's always good to just know a little bit more. All right, enjoy the song.
Let's learn about polygons.
It's a shape that's made of connecting lines.
Let's learn about polygons.
The name will tell you the number of sides.
Let's learn about polygons.
It's a shape that's made of connecting lines.
Let's learn about polygons.
The name will tell you the number of sides.
The word polygon comes from the Greek word meaning many angles.
A triangle has 3 sides and 3 angles made from straight lines. You see triangles all the time. A triangle has 3 sides. A quadrilateral has 4 sides and 4 angles made from straight lines. A good example is a speed limit sign. A quadrilateral has 4 sides. A pentagon has 5 sides and 5 angles made from straight lines. The Pentagon building might come to mind. A pentagon has 5 sides. A hexagon has 6 sides and 6 angles made from straight lines. Hex and 6 have an X.
That's right.
A hexagon has 6 sides. A heptagon has 7 sides and 7 angles made from straight lines. The word hepta means 7.
That's right.
A heptagon has 7 sides. An octagon has 8 sides and 8 angles made from straight lines. A good example is a stop sign. An octagon has 8 sides. A nonagon has 9 sides and 9 angles made from straight lines. Just remember that nona means 9. A nonagon has 9 sides. A decagon has 10 sides and 10 angles made from straight lines. The word deca means 10.
That's right.
A decagon has 10 sides.
All right, kids, it's time for a pop quiz!
How many sides does a triangle have?
3,
Tri means 3. And what about the sides for a quadrilateral?
4,
Quad means 4. How many sides does a pentagon have?
5,
Penta means 5. How many sides does a hexagon have?
6,
Hex means 6. How many sides does a heptagon have?
7,
Hepta means 7. How many sides does an octagon have?
8,
Octo means 8. How many sides does a nonagon have?
9,
Nona means 9. How many sides does a decagon have?
10.
Deca means 10. Triangle,
Let's learn about polygons.
quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon,
Let's learn
heptagon,
about polygons.
nonagon, decagon, triangle,
Let's learn about polygons.
quadrilateral.
All right, so to review, a polygon is a closed plane figure. That means it's flat or two-dimensional that's formed by line segments that meet only at their endpoints. And we talked yesterday when we were talking about angles that the end point is where the two lines meet. So polygons can be described by their attributes. And an attribute is a characteristic of a shape. And polygons have 2 attributes, the sides and angles. And we'll talk about each of those now. Okay, so a side is a line segment. So that means it's a straight line that make up a shape. And the angle is where the two sides meet. They form an angle. So here is a chart that describes the polygons that we will be talking about. So notice how the names are right here, the number of sides that they have are in this column, the angles, and then here are two examples of the polygon. This first example is the traditional or the normal way that you might see that shape. And then here is an irregular polygon. It's still a polygon, it's just made in a different way. So a triangle, again, has three sides and three angles. So here's one side, two sides, three sides, and then where the angles or the sides meet are the angles, the three angles. Quadrilaterals are just shapes that have four sides and four angles. And there are three different types of quadrilaterals. There are definitely more, but we're going to talk about these three in particular. So the first one is a square, has four sides and four angles. Again, the sides are the straight lines, and then the angles are where the two lines or sides meet. And remember, for a square, all of the sides are the same length. Okay, the next quadrilateral we'll talk about is a trapezoid. A trapezoid also, because it's a quadrilateral, quad means four, has four sides and four angles. So a trapezoid has four sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, and four angles, 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice how in a trapezoid, the angles on the side or the sides are kind of angled in. They're not perfectly straight up and down. They kind of go in or out depending on how you're looking at it. Okay, so they either get closer together as you get to the top or farther apart as you get to the bottom. The next quadrilateral is a rectangle. Again, a rectangle has four sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, and four angles, 1, 2, 3, 4. A rectangle, remember, has two sides that are longer. So in this example, the top and bottom one are longer than the sides. The top and bottom are the same size, and the sides, the left and right side, are the same side. But in this example, they're a little bit shorter. So that's how you can tell the difference between a square and a rectangle. A pentagon, again, has five sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and five angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A hexagon, and remember from our song, a good way to remember a hexagon means 6 is that they both have that X in it. So a hexagon has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the last one we're going to talk about today is an octagon. An octagon is like a stop sign. It has 8 sides and 8 angles. Again, 1 side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so for your assignment today, the directions for numbers 2 through 7, you need to look at the shape that's there, and if you forget the shapes and the name of the shapes or how to spell them, you can look back at this presentation or the video, or just like we did yesterday with the angle video, we'll also post just this presentation so you can kind of take your time and work through it as you need to. So you need to count the number of sides and the number of angles and write that number on the line. And then you also have to write the name of the shape. Make sure you spell the name correctly. And then for numbers 8 and 9, you need to draw an example of the polygon. So Draw an example of a triangle or a quadrilateral. Now again, remember, it doesn't matter how the shape is drawn as long as it has the right number of sides and angles. And remember, the sides have to be straight. So let's think about it. A heart. Would that be a polygon? Think about that for a second. I don't think a polygon or a heart would be a polygon because it has two curves at the top. Okay, so when you're drawing your polygon for numbers 8 and 9, make sure that all of your lines are as straight as you can make them. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to email your teacher. Have a great day.